Because it's good to know about prayer, but it's more important to pray prayers. No matter what you know about prayer, we count for nothing except you actually begin to pray. So tonight we will engage prayer. It's not enough just to commit to God. If you commit to God and you don't sustain the disposition of prayer, after 3 days you will discover that the euphoria of the atmosphere will depart from your soul, but there will be no stamina. This is why people come for meetings, they cry, they fall on the floor, they do all kinds of things, but after 2 weeks they go back, because they were not taught that everything God does with a man rests on altars. Only altars sustain the stamina to bear the things that God gives to a man. And you will look at it in scriptures. So one of the reasons we pray is because we want to preserve the heritage of God in our lives. If we don't pray, no matter what it is that God gives to us, it will float away by the winds. The winds and the circumstances of this world will come and it will carry them away like chaff. I told you how most of us know that we are prophets, we are apostles, we are evangelists, we are commissioners, we are governors. The older you go, the more it will become to you like a story. The only way you can preserve it is by doing the business of altars. Hope you know when you were in primary school, in primary 1, there were things you were screaming that you will be. Now that you have grown, circumstances have taught you that those things don't come on a platter. The only way you keep dreams and heritages alive is by engaging the business of altars. This is what the fathers of old knew. Every generation that was able to trap the heritage of God and to express it until it was committed to the next generation are a people of prayer. After God called Abraham and promised him everything for all generation, told him he was going to give him everything. Genesis chapter 12 from verse 1 to 3. The Bible said the moment Abraham entered the promised land, in verse 7, he said he built an altar to the Lord that appeared to him. The reason you receive encounters, you receive impartation, and you lose them is because you don't plant them on altars. Impartations and encounters will count for nothing unless they find their place on the altar that you will erect. If you don't have an altar, the impartations and the encounters you see will be wasted. I tell you, there will be divine resources wasted because a man does not understand responsibility. That's why Jesus said, don't cast precious things to swine. They will stample on them and turn back at you. There's no point releasing virtue upon a man that cannot run it on the altars that he builds. Every time altars become absent in the life of a man, then spiritual and divine investment are wasted. So one of the reasons we pray is not just to ask God for bread and wine. Prayer is the infrastructure that the heritage of God we receive is established upon. You want to have establishment in this kingdom, then prayer must become your lifestyle. The second reason we pray is because the purpose of God on earth cannot be preserved except by prayer. It is replete in scriptures.